right, and from the Latimer campaign in White Plains, let's go live to Linda Schmidt, who's at the Jamaal Bowman headquarters in Yonkers. Linda, how are things there?
Well, spirits, surprisingly very high here tonight. You wouldn't think so, but they are. Now, Bowman showed up here tonight about 9 o'clock, and he was wearing a pair of shorts and a red T-shirt that said Bowman. And when he got up on stage there to talk to the crowd, that's what he was wearing as well. He was taking some selfies with people. His spirits were high. And basically, in a nutshell, he knew that he was not going to win. It would have taken a miracle for him to pull this off because he was so far behind in the polls. But go ahead and take a look at this video here. One thing that he did say tonight, he said he is not done with politics, and there are still many seats to run for. So he is not going anywhere. He may have lost tonight, but we are not going to see the last of him. Now, he also was highly critical of that pro-Israel group that Morgan McKay was talking about, that prominent super PAC called American Israel Public Affairs Committee, because they spent about $14 million to get him voted out of office because of him vigorously defending his position on Israel and demanding a ceasefire. So all of the work that they did, all of the advertising they did apparently worked. Well, like I said, Bowman addressed this crowd here just about 20 minutes ago. He wrapped up, and here is some of what he had to say.
This movement has always been about justice. It has always been about humanity. It has always been about equality. And it has always been about our collective liberation.
Now, Bowman was first elected back in 2020 at the height of the pandemic. He was reelected in 2022, but there were many voters throughout this campaign who said that when they voted for him the first and second time, they were not going to be voting for him this time. That's because they felt that he had become too closely aligned with the extreme left and the so-called squad, and that he had gotten away from what they felt he should be doing in representing his constituents. And apparently, there were a lot of people who were not happy with what he did when he was in Washington. But again, he says he still has a lot of work to do, and he's not going anywhere. He is not getting out of politics. Back inside to you.
All right, Linda Schmidt, thank you so much.